Welcome back to another episode of Summertime News. Today's episode is gonna be more relaxing, chilling topic. We're gonna talk about money management. As we all know, money management is a process of saving, spending, or investing your cash inflow, which is your income. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm almost 30 years old, and day by day, or for the past few months, my friends in Facebook or Instagram are getting married and having babies and that. So yeah, I'm worried and concerned about my savings on how can I increase my savings, buying shares, stocks, or mutual funds, like etc. And nowadays, most of the Indonesian millennials they invest their money either on, as I said, shares, stocks, peer-to-peer lending, mutual funds, or cryptocurrency. As we all know, cryptocurrency, right? I'm not going to talk about that later. We're going to discuss more. And there are already well-known apps in the market. Around 90% under the age of 35 uses these well-known apps such as Bibit Ajaib, Asetku, Pintu, Binance, and etc. And recently, Bibit and Ajaib, they each received a 65 million US dollars and 25 million US dollars respectively to improve technology infrastructure to target Indonesian millennials. So the number of mutual fund investors in Indonesia grew 78% in 2020, and this growth was primarily contributed by millennials who accounted for 92% in 2020. So how about you guys? Like, do you invest in shares, or have you heard about Bibit Ajaib?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on TikTok, right, since like last year, and then like when I went back here, suddenly like the TikTok is like investing, blah 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 blah. Invest on this. Like if you're in Indonesia, like if you want to start investing, you should start in investing in BCA atau apa gitu. Like there's lots of TikToks on like education about investing.
Tips and tricks, yeah.
Tips and tricks and stuff. I mean, yeah, I got hooked on it, but at the end I haven't tried it because like when I asked my friend who is like investing and stuff, he was like, okay, you start studying like the basics first rather than like you
Invest.
keracunan, like you get like apa sih kayak you dive into without knowing anything.
Right.
Better you wait. I don't know. Like I don't know the industry that much, so I can't really comment on that. But TikTok was a factor in me knowing what is the investing world, I guess.
So would you say people should watch TikTok? These tips and tricks? Tips and tricks?
I mean, it is really preference, isn't it? Because like I think they call it like portfolio or what.
Yeah.
Like portfolio is like depending on like what you're aiming, right? Whether or not you're aiming for like immediate. I don't know the words, but like if you're investing in like years ahead or long term or short term, right? I guess I don't know. I can't really comment on that much.
No, I feel like that's. I mean, I find it interesting because I didn't know that they had a lot. Like in Indonesia, I know overseas TikTok, people do share like tips and tricks on whether it be investments or money managing.
Yeah.
Like I've heard of it before in the overseas. I definitely didn't know that Indonesia people were talking about that too, as in like on TikTok.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool, like educating like the youth because TikTok is for mostly young people. So educating the youth on understanding money management and stuff like that. That's really cool because we
Yeah.
didn't really get much of that as a kid, right? Growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
'Cause,
just
like-
understood like saving. We didn't
Yeah.
understand like, oh, you should do investment or shares or right now it's NFT.
Because like how they promote like the ones on TikTok actually is like, oh, you don't need a lot of money. You only need like 10,000 or like 100,000 to
Right.
start investing, and like in a while you could get some kind of profit.
Yeah.
That's how they promote it in a way. And also like with like Ajaib or something, if you go to like Senayan, they have like billboards in front of like Plaza Senayan and Senayan City with like Korean
Oh yeah.
actors.
Oh.
I don't know who, but like,
The series, what's it called?
is it like the startup one?
Yeah, startup one.
I don't want startup, but
The recent about startup.
yeah, the name of the show is Startup, so it's
Right,
one
right.
of the actors. I don't know, but it's one of the
Jong-hyun,
guys.
Kim Sang-ul.
I'm not too sure, but it's like I don't know whether or not he's the brand ambassador. And
He's the brand ambassador.
That's like one way of like how they're trying to attract millennials and things like that. It's like yeah, easy money and all of that.
How a lot of people get attracted to the idea that it's easy money, but you know, just like the saying is easy come, easy go, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the thing that a lot of people don't like keep in mind. Like it's easy to say, and like yeah, people know easy come, easy go, but that's something that people don't realize that a lot of the times for even the people who are very pro at investing, it's not necessarily easy come. Like they themselves are very well informed. They
Yeah.
know, they do their research, they read a lot about it, they're surrounded by that.
Yeah.
So it's not as if like, oh, I'm just gonna be some guy that's just like, oh, I have a little bit of money and I'm gonna invest in something that I don't even know anything about. And I feel like that's a mistake a lot of people make, is a lot of young people too, is they think it's supposed to be all easy money,
Yeah.
but it's not really like that, is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, most of the people that I found that actually like post those kind of stuff are the ones that have like business or finance backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like the ones that I found on like my Instagram are the ones that were majoring in business or were majoring in like finances.
Right.
So like they have like the background to understand what they're trying to kind of like build up portfolio for.
Right, yeah.
Someone put up like a question to this one person. It's like, do you kind of like feel bad about like your certain like investment going down or something? And he was like, no, because I don't put like emotions to my investing or something like that. I don't know. I forgot what he was saying, but it was like I don't really. He is looking to the future, not like looking at what it's going now.
Because he's a long-term investor,
Yeah, because he's
right?
a long-term investor.
Yeah.
So it really depends on like what your purpose is to invest.
Right. No, definitely. I mean, when it comes to investment, I always believe it's like there's a lot of pros and cons, right? Like I mean, we could go into it and it'll take so much discussion. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's like one thing to keep in mind is like definitely don't put all your money in it.
Saying don't put all their eggs.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, yeah, that's the reason why there's a portfolio for like. But I think like a simple way to think about investing is if you put money in a bank, you earn interest, right? But that interest will never be more than how much you put your money in. Like you put 100,000 in, for example, 100,000, you make 100 perak, which is like 100. Like you make maybe like 100 coin, right? Even let's say it's so good, you make 1%, you make 1,000 rupiah, but you would never surpass 100K, right? But once you do investments, you put in 100K, long-term investment, you put it there in a while, 20 years down, that 100K might be 200K.
Yeah.
But in the bank, 20 years, it still won't be more than what you put inside. I feel like that's the best way to think about investing. But yeah, I don't think it's ever easy come.
Easy go.
And then like, yeah, you keep it. Otherwise, then what's the point of working so hard?
Really easy money. Like easy money.
I Jive on my phone, but I haven't signed up or anything. I just have it on my phone, and then, and then like they keep on like trying to like make me start investing.
Right.
Apakah sahamnya masih like di-koleksi? Is it worth collecting? Blah, blah, blah. So they're trying to keep you engaged and all of that.
Right.
So that's where the investment is coming from, to promote to millennials to start investing, because they get a little bit profit from the
For sure.
administration fee, I think,
Yeah.
if you take.
Yeah, but I have a funny story about Ajaib. So I started Ajaib like months ago. So one of the I invested as soon as this story, it became negative, like minus 40%. I got like negative returns minus 40% because of the news. Like oh shit. Like thank God I invested 3 companies, but these 3 companies also negative, so I got negative 60% return. So
I don't understand, but it sounds very bad.
so a lesson learned, yeah, to know the basics first, like the
Yeah.
company of like if they're doing the trending flow, what's it called? The graph, like going up or down. So like if you should know the graph first before investing. So thankfully I invested 3, but however these 3 companies are negative.
So what happened then?
So still negative.
So you're just holding on to it,
yeah, I'm
right?
still holding it.
Yeah.
So I'm holding
You
it.
both have financial backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so does it make you, I don't know, does it influence you to start investing?
No. To me, no. See, it's just like, as I said, I'm getting older and older. Like, I need my savings to,
Yeah.
apart from salary, I want to increase my savings. But how? So one of these like shares, mutual funds, peer-to-peer lending. But yeah, I joined Ajay. It's negative, so I need to learn more about that one, about shares.
At least you guys aren't in debt, right?
No.
The opposite in the
Yeah, like deep in like utang and stuff like that. Because I feel like that's the thing. Like a lot of people overseas, or even in here, everyone has so much utang. So it's better.
Is it because utang debt in student loans for US?
Like you as a student loan, credit card loan, there's so much over there, right?
Yeah.
I feel like before even thinking of doing all kinds of investment is like clearing debt is usually the first step before even thinking about all that. So the fact that there's like you guys aren't in debt, and I mean there's nothing wrong with being in debt, but like the fact that you guys aren't, that's already way ahead of so many people.
Yeah, because I feel like I've just started in life. And that's the quote that I would put, because like I've just started like working and stuff, wherein it's like my own money, whereas like I'm fortunate enough that I have lived off my parents.
Yeah, we're very fortunate.
We're fortunate enough that we have lived off of our parents. Most of it, like my lifestyle and all, is with what I'm doing right now, right?
Yeah.
I try to limit spending on shopping.
Yeah.
That's how I would put it, because like when I was in the after university and before work, which is like the 6 months last year, I spent a lot on like e-commerce shopping.
Yeah.
Because me and my friend kept on like, oh yeah, this is so cute. This is so cute. This could be good for you, blah, 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 blah. So like starting this year, I started cutting down on that, and that was significant on what I've been spending on a month.
Right, yeah.
So just cutting off like me shopping is already a lot.
Right,
Yeah.
and it's not easy changing that lifestyle either, right?
Yeah, it's always for me now. I just think, do I need it or do I want it?
Right. Yeah, I mean that's one of the best way to cut down on anything is, I mean, yeah, it's just to slowly. Yeah. You can't do cold turkey, right? Term cold turkey is like when you cut immediately. Like smoking too. Like smoking, if anyone who wants to quit, it's impossible where you can just decide like, I'm gonna stop. Yeah.
In the evening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I mean, I can't stop scrolling through e-commerce.
Window shopping, right?
Window shopping, window shopping. I can't stop that. I still
I
have
do
like
that
56 things on my trolley.
I heard that
my
people,
cart.
it's therapy adding it to your cart.
Yeah, that's my way of like, I want to buy this, but I
Yeah.
just haven't have the balls to
Right.
buy it.
So you add to cart and you see
Add
the
to
total
cart.
and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Savers.
Yeah. So in one e-commerce, I have like 56, and the other one I have like 23.
Oh, yeah.
Because I bookmark what I want to get through trolleys, because some people bookmark through wish lists.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why my trolley is big, guys. Okay. Because I get shamed because my trolley is big. It's not everything I want to buy. It's just something that I'm thinking of buying. Okay.
Right.
One of my e-commerce was like 11, the maximum 11 in my cart. It's all about PC though. So
11. Tanya said 56.
You can only put like
100,
no 15 shops or something.
15 or 15.
15 15.
Only Tanya would know that.
Yeah, because I was pressing like, oh yeah, maybe I buy this, and then like, oh, your limit on like putting in trolley is done. Because I don't know whether or not they would like book it or like something. I don't know. Because like in I just add. Because it's my way of working. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's your therapy. It's like therapy.
It's therapy. Oh yeah, I want to buy this one. Okay.
Save first though. Alright, since we're talking about money management, of course, we're gonna talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. So recently, China issued warning about Bitcoin. They're restricting Bitcoin transactions, and sadly, Bitcoin tumbles below $40,000 and warn investors against speculative trading in them. Have you guys heard about this recent news about China?
I only know about like Elon Musk said something about Dogecoin, and then like it went down or went up. I don't know.
Yeah, so most of my friends now are like interested in Bitcoin, and they've like posted on an IG story showing the graph that the Bitcoin is going down because of either Dogecoin. I know only Dogecoin, the cryptocurrency. Do you know anything?
I mean, I know there's a few, but at least when it comes to like the exact stuff, I wouldn't say I'm big on, or like I'm well informed on cryptocurrencies yet, as much as I'd like to be. But I think the recent stuff that I know that has been in the topic of something like crypto would be NFT, non-fundable tokens.
For some reason, the NFT that comes into mind is Animal Crossing. I think it has like some sort of NFT on it. It's
Really?
Like, no. It's like a ticket that they have. It's kind of like between islands or something, an NFT ticket. So that's the only thing that I know about NFTs, and it's not real
think,
world.
like-
It's Animal Crossing.
I think like if I were to just summarize what NFTs are is essentially where these days there's a lot of you know how like art in the past people spend money on purchasing art, for example, like just with stocks it's like you're just buying shares, right? But NFTs are essentially assets online. So what do I mean by assets? It's like, you know how when you're in game, for example, like
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, you buy a shirt, right, in game,
Yeah.
and that shirt costs money, right? So these days, when you want to buy an asset online, and assets online could be anything that's digital, a clip, a meme, certain kinds of digital art that people do. So like, if I were to give examples, like clips, like people, LeBron James dunking, that can be sold for NFT. That's a type of NFT that people buy that with money, and depending on the hype of it, it goes up and down in value. For example, like there's recently a news on this girl.
I know. You know the Charlie bit my finger.
Yeah,
one?
that one.
That one.
Was sold.
That one just got
Was
sold.
sold. Yeah.
Yeah, and here this one, disaster girl meme.
Yeah.
Put it up a video here, but this girl like looking back at a house on fire.
Oh, that's
That
girl.
one, the little girl, she sold it for 500,000. Meme internet ini laku sebagai NFT 7.2 miliar, 7,2 miliar. So she sold that, like, cause now she's grown up, but she sold that now, and like, there's a lot of things like recently, digital artists would sell like their digital art for like $230,000 or $232 or something like that. Another example is
Charlie bit my
Charlie did
Charlie bit
that
my
one. How much did
finger.
he sell it for?
Start downloading the.
Yeah,
Charlie bit
NFT
my
of soon to
finger.
be deleted Charlie Bit My Finger
Yeah.
sells for over $760,000.
The clip, right? Or
The clip, so someone can now own that clip.
then we can't use it on our YouTube, for example.
Yeah, like you no longer have the rights for it, so these people own it, right? But these days around Jakarta, there's actually museums opening up. Instead of displaying art that is like, you know, paintings,
Yeah.
now it's digital art. So it's like a TV screen, and then they display the art, and you could like buy or bid on it through NFT websites. So that's how the world is changing, because I feel like we're already so used to the concept, like especially our generation. I don't know if you guys grew up playing Restaurant City on Facebook, Hotel City,
Society.
Pet Society. We're already so used to being able to
Yeah.
spend actual real money on in-game stuff, right? Mobile Legends, skins,
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, like you spend real money on those things. Fortnite skins, like that's why like the digital world, and I feel like it's something where it's good to understand, because just how like in our generation right now is, you see the transformation from Facebook to Instagram, Instagram to TikTok. You know, back then it was Snapchat. It's like how quick can you get on something? Whether or not
Clubhouse.
exactly Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Like how quickly are you these days? It's like I feel like it's just good to know these things. But the thing also that's with the dangers of I feel like NFT is also the fact that a lot of it is based on hype, right? Just like with Bitcoin, it's all on hype. So one picture might be worth this much one day, next day it's worth nothing, right?
Yeah.
That's the scary part. So it's like,
I just don't know, like, with like the dangerous meme girl or like the Charlie bit my finger. It's like it has been around in the internet for like how many years?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to own that one clip when it's like everyone has it on their phone or something like that? I would probably think that it's for like, if it's for commercial use, they can't use that particular video or like clip anymore. But like they can't necessarily like own everything, because like it's a meme.
I think it's the same way with how you own, for example, a picture that Picasso painted. It's just like everyone can have the digital image of it, like they can have fakes of it, actual like ownership of it. The one day that you own, like the actual ownership of who's behind the owner of it, like that's what you hold on to, you know? Just like how you can have a painting of, I don't know, whatever
But
it
it goes
is.
back because like if it's the painting, it has a physical product, but this one
Right.
is fully digital, right?
Right, right.
So like I don't know how they're going to police like how are they
Yeah.
like okay, Charlie Bit My Finger, the original one they deleted off
YouTube.
YouTube, but people can always download it before it gets
Right.
taken down, and it's already been like more than 10 years in YouTube. There's probably like copies everywhere, so it's like I'll be interested to know like how they're gonna police that once the video gets taken down.
Yeah, that's a good question. I personally don't know. I view it as, I think how I see it working is, and this is going really into like the finance stuff, but let's say in the past when people have a business transaction, for example, like I want to buy a company or
Yeah.
shares to a company, you know, there's amount of money that gets taxed. Like let's say I want to bribe Iwa with something. And in the past,
RDA.
like, you know how people used to do it is they buy a car that I own. Let's say I want to bribe Iwa to, let's say he's in government, right? And then he's like, hey Iwa, can you pass this undang-undang for me that will benefit my company? And then I would buy, let's say, a Porsche. It's still under my name, but then I gift it to him so he doesn't get taxed on it because he doesn't buy it, he doesn't have the money, and then you don't get, like, the asset is still under my name, and then I give it to him so that the KPK or the people don't get, they're not like, oh, where did you suddenly have this money from, and then get involved in like a kasus, right? But I gift it to him so he can still drive it around but still under my name. So same thing with an NFT is like, I gift it to you, that's my bribe, like the worth of that digital thing.
Yeah.
That's how I'm thinking, like that's one way of doing it, and I know that's getting into really weird stuff.
Yeah. So we're at the end of our episode of our new concept, I guess, a free kind of like conversation about money management and cryptocurrency. Hope you learned anything with our discussion, and please kind of note down below, comment down below, or like message us if you have any other topics, or if you disagree, and or if you want to continue this conversation with us regarding this particular topic of money management or cryptocurrency through our Instagram at SummertimeXNews, and we will see you in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.